David.
Mr. President, thank you. I'd like to follow on that. When you talked about Iraq, you and others in the administration talked about a mushroom cloud. Then there were no WMD in Iraq. When it came to Iran, you said on October 17th, you warned about the prospect of World War III. When months before you made that statement, this intelligence about them suspending their weapons program back in '03 had already come to light to this administration. So can't you be accused of hyping this threat, and don't you worry that that undermines U.S. credibility?
David, I don't want to contradict an august reporter such as yourself, but I was made aware of the NIE last week. In August, I think it was Mike McConnell came in and said, we have some new information. He didn't tell me what the information was. He did tell me it was going to take a while to analyze. Why would you take time to analyze new information? One, you want to make sure it's not disinformation. You want to make sure the piece of intelligence you have is real. And secondly, they want to make sure they understand the intelligence they gathered. If they think it's real, then what does it mean? And it wasn't until last week that I was briefed on the NIE that is now public. And the second part of your question has to do with this. Look, Iran was dangerous, Iran is dangerous, and Iran will be dangerous if they have the knowledge necessary to make a nuclear weapon. The NIE says that Iran had a hidden, a covert nuclear weapons program. That's what it said. What's to say they couldn't start another covert nuclear weapons program? And the best way to ensure that that the world is peaceful in the future is for the international community to continue to work together to say to the Iranians, you know, we're going to isolate you. However, there is a better way forward for the Iranians. Now, in 2003, the Iranian government began to come to the table in discussions with the EU3 facilitated by the United States. In other words, we said to the EU3, we'll support your efforts to say to the Iranians, you have a choice to make. You can continue to do policy that will isolate you, or there's a better way forward. And so that was the sticks and carrots approach. You might remember the United States said at that point in time, we'll put the WTO on the table for consideration, or we'll help you with spare parts for your airplanes. It was all an attempt to take advantage of what we thought was a more open-minded Iranian regime at the time, a willingness of this regime to talk about a way forward. And then the Iranians had elections, and Ahmadinejad announced that to the IAEA that he was going to this is after, by the way, the Iranians had suspended their enrichment program. He said, we're going to stop the suspension. We'll start up the program again. And that's where we are today. My point is that there is a better way forward for the Iranians. There has been a moment during my presidency in which diplomacy provided a way forward for the Iranians. And, you know, our hope is we can get back on that path again. But what is certain is that if Iran ever had the knowledge